What's up, everybody? This is the Anime Squad Podcast, episode 55. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And this is Josh.
And like always, we got timestamps in case you guys ever need to fast forward into any particular portion of the video you like. And with that being said, let's get this started.
Yes.
First off, we're going to be talking about Is Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, episode 3.
Yes, finally, the 3 episodes here. And man,
For all of these, yeah.
What an episode. I mean, it just basically states the obvious that
Albert is the winner.
Yes, Albert's the
Hands
champion.
down.
And my man is smooth. My man went on a date with our main character and he was smooth with that ice cubes. I was like, oh my god.
She was like, if only I could get an ice mage.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here he comes. He just appears.
Yeah, and the nonchalant.
What a white shining armor over here.
And nonchalant, he's just like visit a jewelry store and just like, oh, is that too expensive for you, baby? Let me just get that for you.
Let me just buy that for you straight up.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
It's
at
like
that
$1
point,
million or something.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy it.
at that point, why wouldn't you throw yourself into his arms? You know, like
Yeah, exactly.
everybody else is just chump change in comparison.
Hell yeah. Like, ooh, that green hair guy? Hell no, he can't
Yeah,
even make water.
That guy can't even research properly.
Yeah.
She's so oblivious too, man.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, it wasn't a date.
Yeah, we were just going out.
in the market, you know.
He was just, casually holding my hand the whole day, you
Yeah.
know?
And we were just just shopping. We just happened to be shopping.
Yeah.
And I got a souvenir.
And then the dude is like, nah, it's a date.
It's a date, all
Pretty
right.
sure it can be classified in the dictionary as a date.
Yeah, but surprisingly, with her little souvenir ended up being a big part with the whole enhancement item.
Right, yeah, because it turns out that Sei can actually imbue her magic into items that naturally resonate with magic.
Yeah, so that was a little interesting take on that. And
Basically, she's crazy. Her magic's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, if
When she was doing that, all the other researchers was like,
Whoa.
holy crap!
Whoa,
Dude, she's
whoa,
so
man.
hot! Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's doing that.
and with that whole thing, like I feel like we also got introduced to a potential member of
With
the
no name.
reverse her. Yeah, he had no name. It was the white-haired researcher man.
yes, he had
The
beautiful
intense
Yeah.
man who, oh my gosh,
With
she
glasses.
smiled once.
Whoa, what's
Whoa.
going on, man? But yeah, I mean, like I said, overall, this has just been the Albert episode. He's just been slaying it the whole episode.
hair. Yeah,
He's gonna continue to slay.
Yeah.
He's definitely the man.
Dude, he's so smooth. Why wouldn't he?
He's a smooth operator.
He has to like mess up majorly. He has to fall and stumble and not make it to the finish line too.
Yeah.
For him not to be the one.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, again, like overall, this episode was it was pretty like I wouldn't call it safe, but like it was definitely we're comfortable. We're comfortable with where we're at.
You
and
make it
everything.
entertaining, man.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's just fun to see how she's like oblivious to these men throwing at her.
Yeah.
And
Especially one.
She doesn't realize how perfect she is.
I know.
She's still because in a way she still treats everything like her old office job. So it's just like, oh, it's fine.
I mean, she was like summoned forcefully out of that life, so
Yeah.
it's gonna take her quite a bit of time. Imagine
Yeah.
if you're just like doing your thing one day, you just come home from work, you're like, oh, I'm tired,
Like-
and then you
like-
just get
like-
summoned into another world, and you're like, well, I want to go back home, and they're like, nah.
Like imagine right now, like as I'm talking, I'm just like,
Robin, you left.
He's gone.
Oh no, who's gonna be our host now? I guess I'll take over. But,
Whoa, guys! I came back.
Oh man,
What did you see over there on the other side?
They didn't want me over there anymore.
you have a full beard now.
I know, man. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, no. Overall, this episode was
Just
pretty good.
busted out Jumanji.
What year is this?
But yeah, since this is the third episode, I like to say we're keeping this one.
We're definitely keeping this one. It's entertaining, and whether or not the anime itself is entertaining or we're just making it entertaining, we're just in it for the journey.
Yeah. We'll see who she ends up with.
And then I want to see the other girl too as well.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah, I like the other girl, the gossiping. Gossiper. I like her character. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, she's really smart when it comes to like all these little nitpicks that obviously our main character's like, what? I didn't know.
Yeah, she's like, oh, he likes you. And she's like, what? I didn't know that.
Stop it.
Stop it. We just went shopping together. It wasn't a date. Okay. Anyways.
We'll see where it goes. We're keeping this one, and onward, we're moving on to the next anime.
Yes, the next anime. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Episode 3.
Yeah, and
the elf episode.
Yes.
Oh baby, yes.
Yes.
Oh boy, I have some things to say about this episode.
We get more family in this big end up being a big family with the witch and her table with the new elf girl that was Halkara, and she has a bit of a problem. She owns a energy drink company and
sponsored by NutriSpirit.
Yeah, NutriSpirit. And Beelzebub is like, torturing her. She wants him out of there, and she was on the run eating some acorns. Yeah. And she's like, yo, help me, witch. I know you're powerful. Like, let's get this demon out of here.
Let's go. Oh boy, what kind of situation have I fallen under today? all in all, like, for some reason Azusa is having some weird pest control problem.
Yeah.
Wonder what's going on.
Yeah,
with
the
that.
foreshadowing for that was mid.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Because if you're like even slightly familiar with like the lore of Beelzebub, you know that like flies are gonna be a huge player.
Yeah, so if you knew that coming in, like, it was just the dead obvious.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be a girl, but either or, we knew it was coming. So yeah, and then obviously she shows up and she's like talking all powerful, mighty. And, as you know, as the show goes on,
Gotta fight outside.
Yeah, we gotta fight outside because we can't destroy this house. Took a while to make it, and they're about to prepare for battle. It's about to be an epic showdown to the death, and she gets killed.
She just hits the barrier like a smacking
mosquito.
a fly with a electric tennis racket or whatever.
Yep.
And she passes out.
Yeah, and she's knocked out. And which one?
Yeah, and Azusa brings her back to life. She was like, "Oh my God, like what's gonna happen if I try to heal a demon? Is this even gonna work?" And
will it kill it
and
more?
It works fine because she's perfect.
Of course, yeah.
She is perfect.
But are we gonna miss what this episode was truly about, guys?
Sure.
So we could all talk about Beelzebub and all that and stuff, but this episode was truly about how well endowed the elf girl was.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Most definitely.
Cause like up until now we've been introduced to like Azusa, who's like, she's pretty herself, but like that's not like her main thing. It's obviously like her talent and everything. Laika, who's again, she's a cute dragon girl, but again, it's mostly comes from her over obsession and to try to impress like master and everything. And then we of course have Shalsa and Falfa, who of course are kids.
slime
they're 50 years old, but they're kids.
Yeah, and then so there was a odd no voluptuous girl in the scene.
No voluptuous.
And
well, we filled that quota. Let's say that.
We filled the quota of the.
And it has to be the elf.
Of course, it has to.
The elf has to be it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was enjoyable to see. And unexpected too. I was like, what the hell?
There was a lot of focus on Boing
Boing
Yes.
boing.
Boing.
Boing,
Those
boing.
are funny.
They even have their own
The
like little
boings.
sound effects too.
Yeah.
I know the butt has a different sound effect.
Yeah.
No, but every boing was a different boing.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
My man Dave was studying deep with this one.
Well,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the text was funny. I thought it was funny.
yeah. But yeah, that basically it was about the episode.
Yeah.
Nonchalant, but it ends off with a cliffhanger. You know, we have this big family, but
Like is going back home.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh no.
The family's breaking up a bit.
no.
Oh no.
So
I wonder
What shall we
what's gonna
do?
happen.
So we will see what happens on the next episode. But yes, this is the third episode, and what do you guys think? Curious.
Keeper.
I'll keep it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we'll keep it. It's goofy.
Yeah.
It's goofy, lighthearted, and you know nothing to take serious about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not trying to be something crazy and failing. It's just it's what it is.
Mhm.
So I have respect for that.
Oh, definitely.
All right, and with that, we move on to the next anime.
Yep. We're moving on to Mars Red, episode 3.
Yes.
Another 3.
Yes, as you can tell, most of them will be threes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, some of them will be 4s and 5s, but
But yeah,
most of them will be.
but yeah, Mars Red. We basically more backstory on like our vampire unit.
Yeah.
I feel like with the doctor.
Yeah, this one is this episode was definitely more tame than the previous ones, because this one was just mostly about establishing
Yeah.
onto who the doctor was, because you know, again, we stated before, they were just kind of thrown into us last episode, so now we finally get to actually have some background. It turns out the doctor was a vampire, but he wasn't bit. He was just infected with dangerous liquid.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got it in his eye.
Yeah, got in his eye.
Yep.
So now he has a cool eye patch. And we get more.
And he's kind of crazy now.
Crazy.
Loony.
He's loony.
Kind of wacky.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get more context on him, and then I think the clerk and like all the medical stuff
Mm.
that we're talking about, and then I think the biggest one for me was like obviously the backstory with the older man,
Yeah, Kurusu.
Ikurusu, and then his wife that
Yeah.
that he left behind.
And the guy too, man, because he
That was really nice actually when they showed that. That was really like, you know how that guy was like,
yeah, the other
oh,
military.
I can make it look like you're a ghost
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
front of your wife.
Yeah, and he even shows it like as an example, like see, even those kids thought I was a ghost, so
Yeah.
let's make it happen, man. Like let's go talk to your wife.
That was nice.
Yeah, and it was really really humble, really like honestly like very endearing to see, like especially like during the Lantern Festival, like
Right.
you know, if you've ever been to it, like it's very symbolic and very emotional moment. So
Mm-hmm.
for him to have like that clarity to talk to his wife again, it was pretty impactful for me.
I also like the fact that he wasn't like too possessive of her. Like he wasn't like, oh no, you can't marry anybody else.
Yeah.
Like he was very open. It's like, no,
He was like,
Keep
you
yourself
can
happy.
basically do whatever you want. I'm dead,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Sell my stuff. I don't, it's just to help you. Like I don't care if you sell my stuff.
and if you want to remarry, just
Yeah.
do whatever makes you happy. You know?
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah.
that's all I really care about now is your
Damn.
happiness.
And then when she said no, I was like, oh, damn, she's the one.
Yeah.
She was the
I know.
one.
But yeah, it was sad to see, but it had a sweet ending. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll see
Each
you.
other next year.
We do get
Mm-hmm.
some weird foreshadowing, I think, with the mask guy, and
Yeah.
like he looks and sees like the woman who's like dead
Yeah.
in the alleyway or something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't really know what was going on about
Yeah,
that,
'cause,
but
It's
Rabbi said
more so foreshadowing,
yeah.
I think.
Rabbi
Yeah.
thought she died.
I legit thought, because like when I first saw her, when I first saw the victim,
yeah, I
there,
thought the
it
woman
was
died
the
too when I watched
woman,
it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's her.
Yeah. Thankfully not. So they.
Thankfully not.
And yeah,
Very interesting show.
yeah, very interesting. Like it keeps, it's not like action heavy or like flashy, but like
it's really different. Like
Mhm.
I'd say I would want to keep this show. Like it's really
yeah.
interesting.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too. I think like how it's presented, the story and the art style, it's very different from all the shows we're seeing right now.
Oh, definitely.
So it is a definitely keep for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, same here.
All right,
We'll
then.
continue this show.
And with that, I'd like to say we move on to the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Tōkyō Revengers, episode 2 and 3.
Yeah, we
Because
finally
you guys missed episode 2 last week.
Yep, so we get to play catch up with this one, and it's safe to say that we're all caught up on those season 0 shenanigans that
Yes.
we
Yeah.
saw. And it was just mostly like more context as to what we've already established previously. But I do want to say that I feel like compared to episode 1, this one felt like we didn't really get that much context, I guess, because I think episode 0 was able to fill in most of the gaps.
The only thing that I noticed is that they can't go that far behind, or they can go far ahead.
It's exactly 12
They can
years.
only go 12 years. Exactly.
Yeah. So like whatever
That's
date they're on is like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they gotta make everything happen around that time.
They
And
gotta.
I don't
they
know
gotta
how
make it
long
count.
they stay though. That's the real question.
I
Do they
think
live their life from there?
it's
Here's what I think when I was watching it, because you guys watched episode 3 and he didn't go back yet.
Yeah.
I think when he's firmly established himself, that's when he can go back. But then again, it's shown that he needs to have shaken hands with Naoto, and that's how he goes back and forth through time.
So he's like the key.
So he's still trying to figure it out, but yeah, like I think he'll stay. Like this feels like it's gonna be a really long form show. We still don't know how many episodes it is.
yeah.
So I think it might be like a odd, at least 24 episodes. I feel like.
That's what's entertaining about the show. You know, it's really like you don't know what yet. Like
Yeah.
it keeps you on your toes, and obviously the episode 2, 3, like since we seen it like technically on episode 0, and like there's more context on each actions and how it's performed, and but yeah, finally moving forward, we get to see new stuff.
Yeah.
So
So this is definitely gonna feel very refreshing, especially considering that we've been treading on the same path for a little bit.
it's like we're kind of like the main character. Like we seen it, but we're like
we're reliving it.
we traveled the time through time.
We're time travelers ourselves, guys.
I'm not. I saw it legit. But
What are your thoughts? How about that?
my thoughts,
Yeah.
well, I watched episode 2 last week, so that's not as fresh in my mind as episode 3. But episode 3, I thought was really interesting. I like how it shows that Naoto was right in that when the guy, the main Tōkyō,
Takemichi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not Takemichi. The main Tōkyō boss leader.
Oh,
Can't
Sano.
remember his name.
Sano?
Yeah. He if he doesn't meet that guy, then he's actually like a nice dude who just wants to like make it so that delinquents aren't like looked down upon.
Yeah.
But if he meets that guy, then he turns into like a cruel, evil,
Crime lord.
because like the way he's cruel right now, but the way he treated Takemichi when he was fighting back against him was like out of kindness, which was kind of weird for like a gang leader to be like that. But I thought his character is really interesting because he's ruthless, but it seems like he has his own goals and he's not trying to be ruthless just because he's like sadistic.
Yeah, like there's some morality that's based around his cruelness. Like he's not like
he's like, I'll never hit a girl. I'll never, I'll never, like, I fight for basically the little guys, stuff like that.
So somewhat trust, I guess.
Yeah.
he has a code.
Yeah.
And
A code, yeah. You're right.
So like
Makes more sense.
like hopefully like when he doesn't meet that crazy looking guy that we get a tease of.
Yeah.
They kind of left it off on the cliffhanger because he's walking towards him. So
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
Takemichi was like,
He
where have
gives-
I seen this guy before?
Yeah, he gives that aura.
and I'm like, figure it out.
You don't got time, man.
Just run and punch him in the face or something. I don't know.
But yeah, no, this show is very interesting. We obviously stated that on episode 0, and just how it was, and this just gives more context of.
I think especially since like we saw Kiyomasa, like we see like his cruelty like way more, especially with like episode 1 and 2, how he was just like how he basically just beat up Takemichi just simply because he mentioned Sano's name.
Yeah, and with the back.
Yeah.
So that was intense.
And then we saw him get beat up. So
that was way more satisfying.
Yeah,
it was really satisfying because it's like Sano took a liking to Takemichi, and that was really wacky because no one thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah, that scene we didn't see where he was getting beat almost to death.
Yeah.
Oh my
the night before.
Yeah, the night before. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
He was walking through the street with a broken leg, and everyone's just staring. I was like, damn, call the ambulance or something, man.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
I felt so bad for Hina because she just looks at her boyfriend getting beat to shreds every single day.
Yeah.
She's like, dang, dude.
Yeah,
and like, she's such a kind, caring person, and she's not in this like gang stuff.
No.
So it makes me feel bad that she even, dies from it in the first place.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate.
So hopefully we get to save her in the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll see. Obviously, we're keeping it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Obviously, this show's
already
really entertaining.
We technically already saw 3 episodes. But yeah, that's
new content for everyone.
Yay!
Yes, next week we'll have new things to talk about. And with that, we move on to the next anime. We have Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting.
This episode was wacky. I feel like this show, I want to keep this show. I really do, because it's so like it's moving at the speed of sound.
Yeah.
Like this show is its pacing is so wonky and all over the place that it's like actually kind of an enjoyable watch for me.
It was.
Yeah,
me and Ravi were enjoying it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's definitely not a good show, but it's like enjoyable. It's action packed.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on. I think I mentioned this like on episode 1 that like despite despite our issues with it, like the animation and everything was like probably like my most enjoyable thing about it. But yeah.
Okay, guys.
It's really wacky.
Okay, I have a confession to make.
Oh.
Because I need to get it off. I fell asleep in this episode.
Oh, you fell asleep?
Yeah,
he was dozing off.
I was dozing off. I missed the middle half. Of this.
And don't worry, we gave.
No, he
Omar,
didn't give no context.
I gave him the rundown of what happened. And
Josh, you know what? Explain, bro.
Oh.
What happened in the
in the episode, please.
Okay, so our main girl fights the guy, and it's like a really epic battle.
Yeah.
And then she wins.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the ending.
Yeah.
Robbie was like,
how they got
There's really nothing else you need to know, honestly. That's the whole episode.
All right, Josh, because this guy over here, he was like, yo, Jesus came up and there was blue blood and it's very important. And I was like, okay, I remember the blue blood being important. And then
the blue blood is basically like, it's like her race of people's life force, and it turns them into like superheroes. Basically, it gives them like superpowers. So that's why he wants it. So that guy was like, I want superpowers too. So then he goes and kidnaps her, gets the blue blood, and then he like, but then you find out, oh my gosh, her brother's actually not dead yet, and he was just farming blue blood from him.
Yeah, he was pretty much an asshole.
Okay, because
the
context I was getting, he was Jesus.
No, it's because he was.
Robbie, what did you do? Okay, we are not on the same page.
It's because he saw we were seeing the
Jesus imagery.
Yeah,
that was multiple photos. The replicants.
That's literally her brother, because he's just farming him for blood, and that's why he's so weak.
Yeah.
No, but I did see the fight with the snakes, and like she cut him in half, and that was pretty
cool imagery, but the story so far is way all over the place.
I feel like I'm at the end.
It is wacky
of the series.
It honestly did.
Hey, the guy died though.
He did.
No, then I came up.
He's the main villain of the series.
No.
He's the whole purpose of her revenge. Like, is she just gonna be like, okay, well, I guess my life is null now.
All right. I have a theory, and I have a feeling that this is gonna be an Orochimaru situation where it's like, oh man, she killed him, but turns out that like, oh, he's using his blood to actually feign like immortality, like false immortality. So he's like, oh, you can kill me here, but it turns out like a little drop of blood, I'm taking over some other poor person's body.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that.
I probably
I think we'll see about that.
I think it's probably gonna be another boss.
I feel like another arc.
Yeah, because
Like,
this is book 1.
Yeah.
Book
That's
2
true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like okay,
or
because there's
chapter 2,
because
whatever it is.
I was gonna say I doubt that any part of him survived because the thing did burn down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
burned the
Oh
whole
yeah,
place.
definitely.
But yeah.
And I feel like it's gonna be interesting from here on because, like, for the most part, like, the whole point of Sawa's existence up until this point was for revenge. So it's like, where do you go from there? You know, you already got your revenge, so you could technically not care about anything
I
else.
wonder what happened to the tomboy.
She escaped.
Yeah. We
She-
didn't see after.
yeah.
She was like severely injured, had her arm cut off, and then she just like used a
Batman.
wire and got
Batman
Yeah.
out of there.
out of the burning building.
I feel like
Zipped out of there.
maybe like in the next books they'll concentrate on them and not Sawa, and she'll still be there, but like it'll be about them.
We'll see.
Maybe it'll be about the little girl's revenge now and her killing Sawa, and it's like a chain reaction effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
This anime is really weird,
Yeah,
but
it is.
I am entertained.
It
to
is.
say the least.
Yeah.
That's pretty to look at.
Oh yeah.
Omar's
There's-
not entertained. He fell asleep.
Yeah, and he got an interesting take on the story
Yeah.
from me, courtesy of me.
He got Christian imagery from
Yeah.
from it.
It's because the pose he was doing. That's why.
I know.
and the painting of Jesus.
He woke up midway through the episode. He's like Jesus, and then fell asleep again.
Yeah, it was a very interesting watch, none to say the less.
Yeah.
But with that, we move on to
We move on to our next anime now. SSSS DYNAZENON episode 4.
Oh man,
this
it was boring for me.
Yeah, this one was also
It was
kind of
so
mellow.
It felt like
I don't know what you guys thought, but I'm really enjoying this series right
No,
now.
well,
man.
I
This is
said this
by far the most
this
interesting anime of this season. By far.
There's a couple other contenders,
Yeah.
my friend. That's
No,
like
I mean,
pretty...
I'm not saying good. I'm saying interesting.
Oh,
No,
interesting.
well,
okay.
I'm not saying the whole entirety. Just this episode itself.
Yeah, no,
is
this
boring.
episode
I
was.
feel like this episode was like we see how our main characters train and how they handle both the hero life and the school
Yeah.
life. And
I like the world building in this episode. This episode was needed, definitely, because you get to see more of my favorite character, Minami, easily the best character in the show.
Yeah.
And you get to see more of her. You get to see more of her personality. You get to
Yeah.
see a little bit of a romance blossoming.
All right.
The fight was lame,
Yeah.
which I don't mind
I think-
because I'm not a big mecha guy, so I don't mind
think-
having
I think
less
that's
mecha
kind of.
fights.
I think that's kind of the reason why we have this kind of like contrasting idea as to, what we think of this episode, because like we're most. I mean, like we do appreciate the world building and everything like that.
Yeah.
But if the fights aren't good, then come on.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't care less about the fights. I'd rather there be no fights, actually. I'd rather there just be world building and character development. The fights are just there for the mecha fans, in my opinion. They're nothing really special. They don't really have a lot of. They're like Monster of the Week type stuff.
It is, yeah.
At most, they show like what they've learned from their training.
Right.
But other than that, they're kind of like, oh look, okay, we did enough world building. Let's just throw this fight in because it's cool.
Right.
A
And
long ass transformation.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I
Always.
love
hopefully that gets shortened soon. But yeah. So overall, this was kind of a mixed bag in terms of an episode is concerned. Like there were definitely like good parts in it, and some people got more out of this episode than others. Of course,
I got a lot of this episode. I'm very interested in seeing how this goes.
No, I'm with you on that one too, because like
Yeah.
I think character wise, this is this is definitely like an interesting cast for sure.
I will say, for those of you who have seen Gridman, I think DYNAZENON has better characters than Gridman does. Gridman focus more on like the fights, and DYNAZENON does not. DYNAZENON focuses on character development, and the fights are kind of just added as a bonus almost. Because especially this episode, it was basically like there was no fight. All you saw was the girl like struggling, and then you saw our main character who's like sick as a dog. Get in and just kick them once and then they're gone.
Pretty much. And there were, I think with the previous episodes, and especially this episode that I noticed, is that the stakes are kind of weird, because it's not like
you know what I think it is? I feel like, you know, the enemy team, they're testing the new people.
Yeah, I feel like they're not really the enemy. Like, they don't feel like enemies, really. They feel they
feel more like rivals, if anything.
They feel more like rivals because they're like, you know, they're not aggressive with them at all. Like they're basically just like, I want to learn more about you because you pilot this thing, right? Like, how do you know Galma, stuff like that. And it's very mysterious. This is like, it could be a mystery anime at this point, because like I don't really know what's happening with anybody's motivations. Like, even with Minami's sister and everything, like we're getting, I like the storytelling because we're getting bits and pieces of it at a time, and I feel like it's all going to come together at the end.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I have faith in this anime. You know, I again, Gridman was another like fantastic season, and I have faith that they'll definitely bring it back with this one as well once it all comes full circle. This is definitely
similar storytelling to Gridman. If you've seen Gridman, it's very similar with what they did with Akane in Gridman, and her like. She's the villain, but like she's not really the villain, and she's being controlled, stuff like that. This is really interesting. I enjoyed this episode a lot. I felt like it was needed. A lot of good character building, world building, and I'm excited to see how it goes from here.
Yeah, I'm just ready to see for my boy on this date.
Same. I want him and Minami to get together. They're cute together.
So. I guess we'll see from that. I mean, I guess I want to say from the action perspective that I feel like it needs to improve.
Definitely lacking. I'll agree with you. I feel like
it needs to improve from the people that do watch. I have seen Gridman or like just Trigger's work. You know, the action is bombastic. It is flashy.
Yeah. By far, Trigger's most defining feature when it comes to like their works is like how they do their action. For sure.
And along with that, this is one of Trigger's most like subdued show, actually, surprisingly. Like, it doesn't have a lot of action in it. It's more character development in this show, which is unique because Trigger, you're right, Trigger is like bombastic, action-packed, cool, flashy animation. Even in something like BNA, it's like that.
No. Totally. I think more like Kisniver.
You're right. Kisniver was very like mellow and subdued. They were like,
I never saw Kisniver.
So really?
Comment about that.
I mean, I don't blame you though, because like Kisniver is definitely one of Trigger's more like underground
obscure,
kind of because it's a psychological kind of thing.
You know, a good comparison that I heard about what Kisniver is that it's basically sci-fi Breakfast Club.
Kind of see that.
I gotta watch it then if it's like that, because I actually like the Breakfast Club.
All right, well, look forward to DYNAZENON and Kisniver, maybe.
Kisniver,
Breakfast Club.
Anime throwbacks, but anyways. With that, we move on to the next anime. We have Vivy Fluorite I Song episode 5.
Yep. And okay, so Josh, okay, do you remember like who called, or actually do you remember like what we said when we were calling like what years we're throwing out there?
Yeah.
On like how far ahead we're gonna be going with the next arc?
Ooh.
Did you remember or no?
I don't remember, but I think someone said 5 years.
I think it was David.
Whoever said
David.
That was right.
It was David because I said 3, and I think
I said
Omar.
10.
Yeah, so I think
10.
it's
because I don't want
David, you get a cookie. Good job.
Yeah, because I didn't want him to be old, and then guess what? He ends up being saved again.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're not
guy to die, man.
That guy.
But yeah, we get introduced to our new arc with
I hate this guy.
He just keeps showing up, and he never learns, man.
Diva doesn't learn either, man. She ends up saving him.
Hey man, she's just trying to save everybody. So everyone could hear her song.
But she only saved one person. It happened to be him.
He doesn't learn.
Hey man, it's his fate, man, not to die, I guess.
So you were upset too, man.
I was, but like at the same time, it's just
I was laughing.
I feel like there's gonna be a big payoff in the end.
Hopefully, man.
I feel like.
I hate this guy.
All right. Let's talk about the episode, guys.
Yeah, the episode of what do you call it? What was it, Ravi?
It was the island episode, pretty much. It was the uninhabited robot island.
Near Automata.
Near Automata, basically. Where there's no humans around. And big shocker event that transpired in this time is that a professor that used to be part of the evil organization Toak is a professor, Dr. Psyche, who got married to an autonomous AI named Grace. Yes. And that is a huge deal.
Yeah, they're on the secrets right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's actually, it doesn't deviate a lot from history because instead, basically what got replaced was in true history where the AI kill everyone, Estelle is blamed, and it's actually him and Grace's relationship that brings AI confidence back.
All right.
But in this one, AI confidence was never lost, so their relationship doesn't really matter in this timeline as much as it did in the previous one. So it's unique how they did that because the relationship's still there, but it has different meaning in the different timelines.
Yeah. I'm really glad that like timelines actually matter. Like they're actually bringing up like the unaffected timeline versus like the new timeline, because it really shows that they pretty much got their shit together in terms of like what to establish and everything.
It's cool that our little AI thingy
Matsumoto
from teddy bear to the cube.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, now he's a cube because she gave away the teddy bear to someone, so he had to leave.
Yeah. So now he's a ghost from Destiny 2.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. I like the little cube with flies.
I love his character right now. I feel like he's gonna be evil, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm getting hints of that, definitely.
I mean, I don't blame you because a lot of these types of like video game like story fiction and stuff like usually has
like Portal
that.
2 vibes. Man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whatever for the mission, right?
Weekly.
But yeah, we can't talk about the most important part. M. A little robot buddy that greets them.
I felt bad for him.
Oh yeah. Oh, when she injected the stuff into him and he had the vision of making everyone happy, that broke my heart a little bit, man.
Yeah,
that was so sad.
I was like, no. Like he was already making like little toys for like humanity.
He was just trying to be. You feel bad because all these AI in this timeline, they don't know the future, so they're just trying to fulfill their duty and like.
Oh, they did fulfill their duty.
Yeah, and they're like. It's such a complicated problem because
part of the plan,
you have Vivy who knows what's gonna happen. She knows like. You know what Matsumoto tells her and stuff like that, what's gonna happen, and so she's conflicted because she's like, well, I'm destroying these things, and I'm destroying these beautiful creations, but I know it's for the greater good. So she's like, I have to do it to preserve humanity because she loves humanity. So it's like some sacrifices have to be made. And a lot of the AIs have to be sacrificed for that.
Yeah, and it's messed up.
Yeah, it's tough to see, but it had to be done. And I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
but yeah, man, and those suicide robots.
Oh, they went full suicide bomber too.
Yeah, man, and then
that's their emergency protocol there.
Yeah.
When someone's invading.
And leading up to David's intense hatred towards this character.
Oh man.
Is when. Basically, one of the suicide bombers attacked the helicopters and the boats. From the wreckage, Vivy goes down into the water to save a survivor, and then that survivor happens to be that same guy.
Yes.
And from 20 years ago.
He gives those eyes too, like of disgust. I'm like, why?
This is like what? It's like his third time being saved by an AI.
Yes, it is. So maybe third time's the charm. You learn this lesson.
Oh my goodness.
We will see until the next episode.
Yep, and from there we move on to Your Eternity, episode 2.
Oh,
damn.
I did not want to talk about this because it was so good.
Yeah, it's where do we begin? I guess we can talk about the alien.
Yes,
because he fulfilled the boy's dream in leaving the snowy tundra. But in the process of doing so, he died 5 times
because he didn't know how to eat or do anything because he didn't know how it works.
Yeah, and so like he got it right the 6th time, but then he got mauled by a giant bear,
which I think hints at the fact that this bear creature is the deity that our village that we get introduced to actually worships.
Yes, and we get introduced to March.
Oh man,
so what a lovable character.
I found this episode actually really hard to watch because it's just like watching her get literally marched to her death.
Yeah.
For like as a sacrifice. Damn, and she obviously lives through it, but like at the end of the episode it's hinted she's just gonna go back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
I know.
It was hurting me, man.
So yeah, we get introduced to March, a very lovable character. She's just bright of joy, just ready to become
like the episode was
she
called
wants to
Rambunctious.
Yeah, she wants to be a mother. She wants to grow up, but obviously, like Josh said,
and it was so upsetting too with the parents too.
Yeah,
they
I know they tried to put on a strong face in the beginning, and then you just see them crying their eyes out when they go away from everyone. They're like, it's such a great honor, and then they go behind closed doors and they're like, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing that could ever happen ever.
Why my child?
So David and Omar, I'm gonna ask you guys this question specifically because I don't think Josh watched this, but like, how do you guys what would you guys compare like March's ritual to, let's say, Onyx Equinox and how they handled like the whole ritual thing, sacrifice?
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
I mean, this one was.
I think this one hit harder for sure.
It is harder. I mean, it's a child.
Mm-hmm. I'd say a well-written child too, because this one,
because you see her like we don't get a lot of time with her, but like you get to see her like she's having fun time by herself with some dolls.
They gave us the same feeling as our used to be protagonist.
Yeah, our former.
It has that same feel the first episode, and like the thing that kind of broke me was like when she's preparing for the night and like you see. Like the baby crying and like she gets
old lady
the tears too, man.
She's crying in her sleep, man, and you're like, damn, no kid should experience that. Man. So like
and then it gave me that feeling from a film that we watched recently with the dream sequence.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was like, no, never a child should be through that, man. Where the parents are.
So no. There are moments where I just want to jump on the screen and just save them, but obviously I'm a viewer and
Except we got the archer girl.
Yes. I think
she's queen. Oh my gosh, she comes in, sacrifices pretty much her own life. Like she could have been killed for that because she didn't want her sister to die.
Yeah. She was basically us. She was like, I'm not gonna let March die like this.
Right.
It's injustice.
And then I found so adorable when he was giving the alien the fruits.
Oh yeah.
And then he kept coming back like a dog. Yeah. She kept feeding him, and he was just following her around.
God, this show just.
And she was like, "I'm actually really a mom now."
It was pulling my strings, man. I was like, the feels, man. The feels hit.
Yeah, man. So I am not prepared for next episode.
Same here. Like this anime is so good, and it's just
is the love-hate for it, man.
It is.
No,
honestly, it is.
Your base. What I like about it is it's basically just you're watching this thing go from zero human interaction and being like an animal.
I love that.
And this alien's learning like how to live in this world. And it's super interesting to see that because a lot of animes, they already have, it's basically you don't have any establishment at all.
No.
With anything. And they're starting literally from like baby mode. Like you're like this guy can't even like hold his bowel movements, and it's like it feels like a National Geographic documentary.
I love it. World. I love it too because at points sometimes it's quiet, but they're moving at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow.
It's a really unique show, and it's really like it's one of those shows that's just gonna be really sad. I feel like all the way through. It's gonna be sad, but also uplifting at points. It's gonna be like life. It's gonna be up and down.
Yes. That's how I'm.
That's a good way to say it, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I could say anything better than that. But yeah,
great episode too.
Great episode, and I can't wait. I'm excited and scared for the next episode.
I think we all are.
This episode probably has got me like the most emotional reaction. Like I was feeling like I was a bystander in this.
Yeah.
Watching
now
it
we
happen.
could say this episode actually improved in a way where we had some some of you guys had some doubts.
You're right. Yeah, no, I was scared because again the first episode was just phenomenal. Like it was so amazingly handled and like it told its story like absolutely well to the very end. Like I was like, this would be perfect for like a short film. But the fact that this still like that quality still carried over into this new episode, which basically like had all new characters, was just amazing.
I remember what you said too in the episode, and I had the same feeling too.
Yeah.
It sucks to see him there.
Yeah.
Even though it's not him, you know?
Right. Yeah. Because this wasn't the boy. You know, this is the alien that transformed into the boy. So the boy passed away.
So we're just gonna see his journey, even though his journey is not.
I don't know if this means
he's like living on because the boy's whole like reason for like he wanted to get out of where he was. Like he was trapped in like a small tundra town.
Basically,
that
was abandoned.
He had to be self-sufficient, not go anywhere, and that was his whole dream. So in essence, the alien's living on in his dream. And basically to go and meet people and see the outside world.
And I feel like I don't know if this means anything, but like there's a moment in the show where like the alien's eyes change. Back to the boys.
And I wonder if he let him see.
Like I guess spiritually maybe, but I don't know.
Maybe like he takes on a bit of his spirit when he changes, like the wolf spirit. I think the wolf's eyes did that too in the first episode. I can't remember. But I think maybe they take on a little bit of the spirit of the person that he could the alien could transform into.
Yeah.
So if that's true, that is really deep and like interesting to see. So like maybe it plays on.
Maybe
this show has a lot going on, and we're only on episode 2.
Dude, we're thinking about what's gonna happen next. You know,
it's like I always say, man. If an episode asks you questions and keeps you on your toes, I mean, it's doing a great job.
You know what? What other thing I think? Maybe the alien and him have a conversation within the body itself.
No,
maybe.
We'll see about that.
We'll see.
We're doing a lot of speculation. We have to see how this show goes.
That's good.
That's what's entertaining.
And with that, we move on to the next anime where we don't have to think as much. My Hero Academia, season 5, episode 5.
Flashback time.
Can I just say something really quick before we start? You know, when I was watching this today, I was like, you know what I'm getting the feeling of this show is turning into?
What?
I'm feeling like this is turning into late stage One Piece. Every single episode is like, this whole arc is just gonna be focused on every single fight scene from this demonstration. And I'm like, they didn't used to do this in the first 2 seasons. They used to show some stuff, but like now it's like we saw the very first fight that took 2 episodes. Now we're seeing the whole second fight. It's gonna take like 2 episodes. Now we're gonna see the whole third. Like it's gonna take the whole season to just show all these fights. Like, we don't need to see all these fights.
Rabbi, I guess since you read the manga, does it actually follow this? Is this actually...
Does it jump back and forth? In terms, from what I remember, as far as like the immediate fights are concerned, they don't immediately just tell the same fight over. The Hawk one was actually told in the manga because that one's all brand new material between Tokoyami and Hawk.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'll give that credit.
Yeah, that one, because that one was actually like original material. That one wasn't covered in anything prior.
That was entertaining.
That one was actually covered in the manga. But as far as like, oh, this is what happened on the first battle and stuff like that, that was not in the manga. The manga was just continuous storytelling, chapter to chapter. So.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, birds of a feather, right?
Birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather stick together,
because
baby.
like I'm watching the show now and I'm like, dude, I don't need to see I want to watch Deku. I want to watch Deku in his immediate close circle. I don't really care about Aoyama and his navel beam or whatever. Like,
yeah,
and like it's moving so like we're 5 seasons in and they finished their first year of
it's
school.
You start losing the thrill for Deku in general, because you're too focused with too much characters at points that Deku's like, oh look, this fighter does this fight, or this fight does this fight.
Write that down.
I'm like, wait,
yeah,
why?
like they're basically for the characters that aren't in immediate like on screen immediate, they're just reverting the tropes again. Like I don't think Uraraka got even like a line this episode.
Barely.
Of dialogue. Like it was literally just Deku being like, oh, look at Tokoyama, he's so cool, look at him, he did the cool thing with Dark Shadow,
jacket,
like he can fly now, it's so crazy. And then he just this anime is just, it feels like baby mode.
No, like basically
it just feels like baby mode. Like I'm 5, I've never seen anime in my life.
This group, and the thing is that this whole group versus group thing is basically like the sports festival and how they're like showcasing their abilities, but it's like, hey, this is their abilities now, but season 5 though.
But we're
season
not
5.
Yeah, but we're not dealing with what do you call it? Like one-on-ones are fine, but at least they're quick fights during that time.
Yeah.
This time we're getting everyone fighting singly, one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point where they're on one-on-ones, and then they go back to like 4v1, and then I'm like, oh.
The thing is, it's like you're right. Like it's a 4v4, but it's like they're focusing on one fight at a time. Like you can't do that in a 4v4. Every fight will take like 3 episodes to finish, and it's gonna just be really dull and boring because you're just seeing like with the sports festival again, it's 1v1, so it's like the fights can be quick. And even in the second season, like some of the fights were just like not even shown in favor of development for other characters, and I appreciate that because like some of the fights, like not that I don't care about them, but like they weren't necessary to be shown.
Yeah, they were short and simple.
Or they were really quick. But this is like really long, and it's like 4v4, and it's not even like, oh, defeat the person. It's like you got to capture them and take them all the way there. So even if you defeat the person, if they have enough backup, then they can survive. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's just so long.
I didn't find that entertaining, man.
Yeah.
It was literally like, again, we have like a dude that could totally pass off as a villain.
Yeah, okay.
just
another villain.
Going, moving through the shadows and stuff, and like just moving around. And then they couldn't just keep up. Yeah. And the whole big thing, the whole reason why we got the flashback in the first place was just to show that, hey, Tokoyami, you know how he's like a bird man, but he can't fly?
Yeah.
He can fly, baby.
He can fly.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather, baby.
Oh my gosh.
And that was basically the whole point of the episode, was just to show that Tokoyami can fly. And
that's why I'm saying like One Piece, man, like they're just like it feels like they're stretching the length of the episode.
To One Piece's credit, and to even like stuff like Naruto or Bleach and stuff, these were all continuous anime that had hundreds upon hundreds of episodes to just go off of. And My Hero Academia to this day is still going like the 12 episode or 24 episode like format.
Yeah.
Like they might as well just make it like a long form anime at this point, because like it fits this style. Like this is a long form shonen. This is gonna have like 20 seasons in it.
Oh yeah.
Like it's
surprising that they
come on,
didn't.
there's got to be a point, guys, where you're just like, okay, well, we're just gonna make it just a season.
I think the reason why they didn't go for it is because like the studio's main the show's main studio, Studio Bones, they don't really do that kind of stuff. It's mostly Toei animation.
They can't focus on a show for that. Like they need breaks, you know. So that's why they probably did it like that. And good credit to for getting Bones to do it. But like, I'll be honest, the animation in the show, starting from like season 3, is just looking really rough. Like it looks really rushed. I'm not a fan of the animation anymore.
There's only good like animation whenever something
the big fight,
really important happens, you know.
Yeah, like a really big fight.
Yeah.
Like the last what was it, the climactic Deku fight like in the past season was just phenomenal.
Yeah, like with well, I don't remember his name. The villain.
What's Endeavor?
No,
the Corona villain. There, him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who has the mask. He likes to be clean.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. His name is like Over something.
Overhaul.
Yes. Yeah, him. That fight was amazing, where he went full power because he had Eri on him. That was a great fight.
Yeah, it was. But after that, it's just been like.
After that, it's been like all these like. And also, it just follows like it's been following like the same formula too. Like in the beginning, when they showed Dabi in this season, like I thought, hey man, are we gonna get like some actual development? Nope, we're going back to like school stuff, and then we're probably gonna have like a villain thing.
Yeah, because I want more Dabi, man.
Yeah, that was interesting. When we were giving credit to that. It was like, oh, the Endeavor's family's backstory and like how.
Yeah, and now it's just back to the same stuff.
Yeah, back to same old.
Yeah, it's very sad to see
Bakugo just sitting there in the background too. I'm like, damn,
being angry.
Yeah, but like again, hey guys, it's been 5 seasons. You guys still think that Bakugo being antisocial and aggressive is funny?
Of course.
Still think it's funny, even though he did have character development in like one of the seasons, but we just forgot about that. He's just funny angry guy now.
Hey, but to be fair though, he's got the least to say in this season thus far.
I know.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed every second of not hearing him. His silence has been one of the few bright spots for this season so far.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear when the fight his team shows up.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, he's not gonna work together with them. Yeah, I know exactly what's gonna happen. But he's somehow gonna win because he's just a prodigy or something.
Yeah, and I like to wrap that up with my hero.
Yeah.
And our upsetness of it, and
this season.
Yeah, and we move on to another hero show.
We move on to our next show. Invincible, episode 4 and 5.
Yes.
So.
A lot to cover. This is basically 2 hours.
Very long episodes.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's just.
I will say one thing though. Compared to My Hero Academia, this is far more interesting and entertaining.
100%.
It's way better, man. I'm actually invested in these characters. I think get Bones to do animation on this show, and you got a good show. You got like a peak show.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with this one is like the animation's like rough because it's Western.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not watching anime a lot. You get used to like really good even just animation like for characters just sitting there.
They're clean. It's a clean.
Yeah.
If they had Studio Titmouse working on this one, then it would be phenomenal because like their work on like Megas XLR and like Symbionic Titan was just it's amazing. So like that kind of animation into Invincible, but regardless though,
regardless the show is good.
Yes. Episode 4.
It's been great.
Humans are going to Mars, baby.
Hey.
Oh, that was funny.
And we need Omni-Man to go up there, but Omni-Man being Omni-Man, he's like, nah.
I don't care about
He's
Mars.
Like, nah, I don't care about
save
that.
The whole world.
And you find out the big conspiracy of why they need Omni-Man up there. They're trying to investigate him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But they're terrified of him, so they need to try to do it in secret.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know, Mark being the new upcoming hero, he's like,
come on, Dad.
I got this.
Let me go up.
2 weeks? All right, man. It's gonna be like vacation. I'm gonna pack my own lunch.
I keep thinking watching the show. I'm like, tell Ashley, please. Tell her that you're a superhero.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna leave you, bro.
Yeah, it's very tough to see, especially in these.
And she really likes him. She gave him so many chances, man. I'm like, damn, Mark.
Mark, just tell her.
And
man.
the funny thing is that Amber knows about Eve. Like she knows like entirely on like what Eve is about, but for whatever reason, Mark's like, I'm not gonna tell her.
Yeah, like they're literally together.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just tell her? I don't understand, man. Hey, if I was with a girl, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a superhero. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be like make it way more steamy and attractive if you're like, yeah, I'm a superhero.
It's tough too right now because I think he still has feelings for
Eve.
For Eve.
Yeah, there's definitely like a love triangle thing.
There's like there's like something going on there, and especially because Rex. Oh boy.
Oh, what a character! What a character!
Oh,
what
man.
a guy.
Dude, I'm worried with Robot now.
Oh man,
what is he doing, man?
What is Robot
I don't know
up
what's
to?
going on with him. He's like the secret villain.
Yeah. And then even in episode 4, we get revealed that he's. I think that thing that they showed off at the end of it was like him. I feel like that's his original body.
Probably.
Like he was remaking his human body.
Yeah.
Wait, like taking Rex's DNA.
Yeah, taking everyone's DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
feel
He
like
definitely has a thing for
and
and I think it's also kind of like hinted that he has a thing for Monster Girl too.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Maybe because I'll tell you why. I don't think it's like creepy or anything like that. I think he has a thing for her because Rex are you talking about? Are you talking about Rex having a thing for Monster Girl or Robot?
No, I was talking about Robot.
Both.
Robot.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, both. I guess. Yeah,
I
we
think
can
he
say
has
both.
a thing for Monster Girl because he wants her age reversing stuff.
Yeah,
when she goes into that, she gets younger, and I think he's very interested in that.
Yeah, but yeah,
I think Rex also has a thing for Monster Girl too. They're hitting it off pretty well.
Yeah.
It was a good start for them.
Yeah.
But the thing that creeped me out about episode 4 when the humans do go to Mars,
Right.
and like we see the Martians being there, and obviously Mark not doing a good job protecting these poor astronauts.
Oh yeah, he like falls asleep or something, then they all get kidnapped.
Yeah. And like the terrifying, which was not even explained in the 5th episode at all, was like there's this parasite that like could like control a host and become more powerful.
And it's on one of them.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I actually forgot that was the thing because it wasn't explained in the 5th episode at all.
And it wasn't even him.
No, it wasn't him at all.
Yeah, it was the aliens that was disguised as them.
Yeah. And then even back in Mars, they're screwed too.
Yeah.
Because the human that did stay behind has control of all the parasites.
Yeah.
Which
a tsunami of pure of those too.
Yep. So Mars.
Hey, now hey.
R.I.P. Mars.
If you think about it, hey, the Martians in this show is now gonna be, they're gonna have more parallels to the DC ones because they're all extinct too.
Dude, I thought they were gonna tell us what Omni-Man is what their race and stuff.
Oh, Viltrumites.
Yeah, they hinted that in the 5th episode.
In the 5th episode, not so much in the 4th episode.
Oh, okay. I was
but yeah, like obviously that's the end of the 4th episode. With the 5th episode, we introduced.
The 5th episode.
That one.
We see Titan again.
Yes,
and Titan he's a dad. He's a dad. He's a dad providing for his family. He owes the big wigs a lot of money, so he's working his butt off. But unfortunately, he did his job too well, so now he's basically working for them full time against his will. And
because he was close to leaving, but the guy's like,
he couldn't leave because he's like, you're too efficient, you're too good at your job, man. Gotta keep you around, even though you pay off your debt. Sorry, buddy.
I do
screw your family, I guess.
I do like how Machine Head speaks in Daft Punk though.
Yeah, he does.
Cool.
So.
Oh man. And then, dude, that gruesome fight scene. Oh boy.
Later, yeah.
It was so gruesome. That lion dude is a savage.
Yeah. Lion-O?
He's crazy.
Yeah, bro. That's how I imagine. I know I'm gonna make a fake reference. He reminds me of Thomas Edison if he was cool.
Yeah. I will say though, I know I was ripping on the animation earlier, but the actual fight,
whole
animation is like when it's not just like random people dying, like when all the aliens invade and people are just getting blown up. When it's actually like two main characters fighting each other, the animations are really good. Actually, they like put like all their effort into that.
Yeah, when it comes to the
fights have
scenes,
so much weight. When he's swinging the hammer around and you hear like the boom boom, it's so much weight to all the fights.
And when Invincible gets slammed so hard, I'm like, oh damn.
And then you see Omni-Man watching above, and I'm like, please, your son's gonna die. Like,
but he told them. He was like, don't mess with the lower.
Yeah, but he's like, whatever, I don't care. You're just gonna die. Like, screw you, dude. You didn't listen to me, so you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And also bit Invincible more in the ass, especially towards the end of the episode where we find out that Titan apparently staged the whole thing to take over Machine Head's business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I felt betrayed, man.
And then before that too, the whole notebook thing that
poor yeah, I forgot about Hellboy.
Hellboy
went back to hell.
He already knew the answer, but you know, like the government's like, nah, we don't want you here either way. You're a demon.
Yeah, you know too much already.
So
don't worry, we're not gonna kill you. We're just gonna
because they knew he was like, you're right. You're absolutely right, but you provide bad press.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to get rid of you.
Yeah, which just sucks to see. But now mom's on the case.
Yeah, she knows, and she's like,
she's on it.
She's having like,
she's on it, and she looks terrified.
I'm worried about her though, because Omni-Man clearly doesn't care about human life or whatever, so he might just have to slam her on the ground or something.
And that's the thing, like Omni-Man is like hard to read.
Yeah,
because he's like legitimate. Like even after we saw,
he's
like,
a high tier manipulator, dude.
Yeah.
He's like
at this point, he's a
like
sociopath.
Yeah, no, he is.
We were even like saying like with what was going on with episode 4.
I believed him, man.
Yeah, like even with the fact that we saw him just destroy like the Guardians, like we were like, oh, maybe there's something else going on. Like we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and like it's complicated. You're like I can't trust you. But there's some moments you're like, you're right though. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
But you're a murderer.
He literally murdered them all, and he's like, it's literally like we as a viewer are like, oh, we saw Omni-Man murder everyone, but then he's like, no, I didn't. You're like, oh, you're right, you didn't do it.
So yeah, it's so hard, but it's so interesting at the same time. You're like, oh god, that's such a good character. And then
the whole thing with the robot bringing back the clone too.
Oh
I wonder what that was too.
That was kind of cool that we saw his.
There's a lot going on in this show. That's what makes it so in depth. Like when I first watched it, I was like, man, this is kind of mediocre. When I first saw like the first episode, but it's grown on me a lot. Like like I'm enjoying this. I'm excited to see what happens next.
Like the superheroes are mediocre, but the story, the depth,
the story and the depth and the mystery elements really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to say so a
lot. This isn't like trying to reinvent the wheel or anything like that. It's not trying to be like, hey, look at our again going with my hero. Like, hey, look at our guys and their crazy powers. Like you can tell. It
reminds me of a deconstruction of the superhero formula.
Watchmen.
Taking Omni-Man, who's like by all intents and purposes should be like the main superhero, and making him a bad guy and making him like a sociopath and stuff like that. And then having Invincible, who's like gets beat up and almost dies when like superheroes are supposed to be like
because
he's Invincible. Like his name.
I think it's honestly fair to say that this is really reminding me a lot like what Watchmen did back in the 80s. Like how Watchmen like deconstructed like the everyday like average superhero like story that we've seen. Like now it's doing the same thing, but this time it's on a take where it's like, there's a lot of like different like interweaving elements that's playing into effect here that I'm really excited to see as well.
No, yeah, man. And
we still wanted to continue watching.
I know, man. It's crazy. Like this show's like, like we said, it's long, but like
they're long episodes.
But it doesn't feel
long. We almost caught up to it, guys. We watched 2 more episodes this week, and we're caught up fully to the show. So
yeah, we'll look forward to that because I'm gonna be upset when we can't watch 2 again.
I know.
And with that, I'd like to move on to the next anime. We have High Rise Invasion, episode 9. Sniper versus sniper girl.
Yeah, we find out that the sniper mask wasn't the only sniper around, which I think actually helps because like if you think about it, like a sniper class is kind of like a major like player to basically any kind of game that's going on. And because of the fact that Sniper Mask is more or less like on the good guy side, it kind of makes sense that we have one that's more so on the bad guy side.
Yeah, which by the way, she looks great.
Great design for what we're going at. And then we also find out that I is basically the master manipulator because he also has control of pretty much all the major Masked characters as well, including like the purple haired one.
So that's cool to see. She's growing her army. Well, like in this episode said, army versus army at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna be army versus army at this point because like you see the factions forming.
Yeah.
Now, and it's 2 factions.
Yeah, the one that wants to become God, and the ones that want to get the hell out of here.
I'm gonna give you guys something. I know you guys noticed that the show kind of changed its form. But it makes sense because they're potential gods at this point. So what
this
happened?
Show, I find this show really just confusing. There's a lot going on in this show.
But at the same time, I think it's a good thing that it's changing, like that it's evolving because like the whole format of hey, it's a skyscraper world and like these masked guys are trying to convince you to commit suicide. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
But that used to be a thing.
But
now they just kill you.
Yeah.
Because all are different factions.
Yeah.
What is suicide?
But since our protagonists are already changing, they already have a different mindset. They're not from like how it was in episode 1.
They're not trying to just survive. They're actually trying to, basically they thrive and actually change the world as we know it. So.
Yeah.
I find it so funny how, and interesting too how, and a lot of anime they always like, if someone's clothes get torn, they're just immediately like
repaired
again. But like we still have like Nisei's clothing that's ripped right down the middle. You can see her bra from like the 2nd episode.
Yeah.
No,
that's
I
their
like
final
that.
design now.
I like that though. I'm like, okay, they didn't just find new schoolgirl outfits and like
they're actually like they have to keep their original clothes. Like it's realistic to what would happen.
Yeah.
But I just find it funny how her clothes ripped it as she's walking around in her underwear, basically.
Yeah. That was pretty awesome.
That was pretty it. Like I think the thing with High Rise is that like it's gonna take its baby steps.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like something going on.
I mean,
we're almost done. We have 3 episodes left though, so we're getting there. We're getting close to the climax.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure next episode like the war is gonna happen with our So can't wait to see that.
Yeah. And now we move on to our last anime of the week. It's Dragon Quest Dai, episode 29.
My God.
Some crazy happenings going on with the dragon knights.
Yeah, man. Freaking Baron being a badass. That's what's happening. And but before that, we finally get a name of the demon guy.
Lawhart, yeah.
Yes, when he's dying, his final breath.
He chucked a spear at the walrus. He's like, "We dragon knights, we don't do this.
Yeah,
we're not so lowly where we're gonna have to have a hostage." So
like that's not the Dragon Knight way.
Yeah,
and it was pretty cool. I like how
didn't expect a backstory from him though.
No, me either.
That was interesting.
So it was a simple backstory, but it gives context to why he gives the armor to Hyunkyo.
But okay, here's the thing though. Does that mean that Pop and Mom are no longer a thing? Because Pop is pretty much like,
yeah, I don't know,
go
man.
ahead, Mom.
I'm Team Mom Pop, bro. I hope they're still together, but like. The fact that Pop even said like, "Yo, Mom,"
this is like a full-on shipping war that we were pretty much like afraid of ever since like Hyunkyo kidnapped Mom.
Yeah,
and now it's like, oh no, it's going into full effect.
It's happening.
The trap card hit.
Yeah, man. I don't want it to happen. Even though I do like Hyunkyo as a character,
but I think it makes sense because like as far as we know, Mom has feelings for Hyunkyo more than anybody.
But Mom and Pop, dude, it's perfect. Ketchup and mustard. Salt and pepper. Jeez. Mom and Pop, bro. It has to happen.
Yeah, the mom and Hyunkil don't.
No, it don't ring a tone, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But yes,
she cares about him.
Yes,
That's why.
Yeah.
But yes,
And Pop notices a lot.
Hyunkil annihilates the Dragon Knights by himself. Well, I mean, Pop killed Gadaldi.
Yeah, he killed the Birdman.
Yeah.
By help.
Yes, by help. Yes. Thank you, David. But we get to the real meat and potatoes, Baron and just going ham.
Crocodile, man. Crocodile is like, he went through so much.
Yeah.
And he's still standing.
I know.
He was like, all right. It's like
the feels came in a bit,
Yeah.
But yeah, it did, man. Like, he was like, yo, I know I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna make it worth
I want to make
time.
it count.
Yeah.
Go ahead, shoot me with Gigabrick right now.
Use all your MP. You bastard. And I just love it. Like, there was a shot where like Crocodile.
It's crazy. It's crazy how he changed over the time, over the whole season we've been watching this. We have different feelings for Crocodile.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone full around.
Remember when Crocodile was like full scumbag and he was like, "Oh, win at all costs." Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
And now he's like, I'll die for my friends.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's only one villain I hate, and it's
Adler.
Adler.
Dude, of course, man. We all hate him.
Yeah, he's scum. Hell Claws? Come on, not cool.
You're just waiting for Hell Claws to happen.
I
man.
Yeah.
But yes, Crocodile and the princess, they hold their ground, man. They did the little shenanigans.
He was about to die right now. He was gonna get hit by his ultimate move, but then Hyunkil chucks his damn spear. Yeah.
Throws a lightning rod.
Yeah. Stops the lightning and stuff.
And
Yeah, at this point, like, we're pretty much convinced that Hyunkil is like the new MC, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is no longer Dragon Quest Die. This is Dragon Quest
Hyunkil.
Yeah. But the Dino gets like a little power boost when our boy Baron, he goes full.
Oh, and then Hyunkil got on his on Baron's nerves and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got him.
Yeah,
on the
Baron is like, it's like, what? Humanity sucks. Oh, goes Super Saiyan 4 and everything.
Because he was telling him
Dragonoid.
about his wife and stuff like that, and then you're not doing the right thing. I was like, oh damn, don't get him riled up, man.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yes, and then we get to see that final form, the Dragonoid form.
Like, it sucks because like Baron was already like such a pain to handle in general. Like, this.
I
We're in another form, man.
And his final form, like his form looks like a final boss tier. Like it's like with the dragon heads like coming out of his knuckles
He's
and
about
stuff,
to destroy
and the wings.
people.
Yeah, someone's gonna die.
But if you think about it though, that would also mean that Dai could also transform into that
Yes.
too. So that's gonna be exciting to see.
Yeah,
if and when.
because his armor was amazing.
Oh
I like
yeah.
his armor.
Yeah, so
Speaking of Dai though, I don't like Dino.
yeah, I don't like Dino either, man.
But he got out of the
cell.
The cell,
Yeah,
man.
we know why. Because he wants to see his daddy.
I gotta see you, daddy.
I love you, daddy.
But yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens this next episode.
Same here.
Very action packed.
We're gonna hit the big 3-0 with this one next week. So
we'll see in episode 30.
look forward to that.
And with that, we wrap up the anime.
We're all done.
And with that, we move on to
Anime news.
Anime news.
Anime news.
One anime news.
One anime news.
Yeah.
This big movie. I don't know if you ever heard of it, guys. It's called Demon Slayer.
The Demon Slayer
Movie
movie.
train.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Demon Slayer.
Yes, it was the big talk of the town this week, and a lot of people were very excited to see it in the theaters. Even much so that it is ranked number 1 in the U.S. by $9.5 million it made just on Friday.
I think it's the highest grossing R-rated film ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like higher than Sausage Party now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Funny. Funny statistic.
Yes.
It was the highest rated R-rated movie.
But we have an upcoming.
Deadpool 2, right? Like not Deadpool 2, but the first Deadpool movie was
Yeah,
also.
I think that was up there, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Someone Google it.
Yeah, but it's just to see the popularity of the Demon Slayer is still here. It's still, still fresh in blood.
Me and Omar watched the film.
Yes, we
in
both.
theaters too.
We
So.
both. I saw it in theaters, and it was an amazing experience. just being back in theaters.
Oh yeah.
Is insane, and it's a very
yeah. We have an upcoming video on it on the anime throwbacks.
Yes,
so check that out.
Look forward to that.
It's gonna be interesting because it's a technically, I guess it can count as a throwback in a sense because this movie was out for a while.
Yeah, it was out for a year in Japan.
Yeah,
and so obviously we finally got in the West.
Yeah, we're discussing the season 1 and also the movie as well.
Yeah.
It's a continuation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the show.
But yeah, if you have the chance to watch the movie, if you've seen the show, I highly recommend it. Obviously, just hearing it here.
Yep. I'm gonna be watching it myself
in theaters, but I'll need to find my ways around.
Hey man, no one judge you here. You watch this movie some way, somehow. Just if you seen Demon Slayer, watch it, man. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yep.
I like to say.
I remember I wanted to watch it, but like the subs were like computer generated subs when I went to watch it, so it was just like the worst experience.
Yeah.
All right, and with that wraps up our anime news. We move on to our game news.
Yes.
So, Street Fighter V got a new character trailer out, and it's for Rose.
Yeah, she's out now.
Yeah.
As of this recording, and she's very interesting.
Surprised it took so long since Rose was in SF4.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She's a fan favorite. I mean, like she was first introduced in Alpha, came back in 4, and now here she is in 5.
I feel like I didn't think she needed to be there because we have Manat, and Manat was kind of like
right, yeah.
Obviously Rose's apprentice and all that, and she does the same things with the spheres. But they changed her up. They changed her whole play style with like the tarot cards and the buffing of the attacks and debuffs.
Yeah, this whole moveset that she has here is nothing like she had in prior games. Thankfully, this isn't like a Guile Charlie situation where you had Charlie that played exactly like Guile.
Yeah.
And then when Guile came in Street Fighter Alpha 3, it's like, oh, it's same character pretty much.
No, yeah. So that's very cool to see. So
yeah.
It is cool that Rose could stand on her own and not be compared to Manat.
Yeah.
Even though Rose still has her same old tools as before. So that's cool to see.
Just with a different twist.
Obviously, the combo she could pull off now is just very cool to see. I didn't play Rose at all, so
maybe that'll give you an excuse to actually want to try her out.
Yeah, the tarot cards are
very interesting. A cool character. So
yeah, she's very cool, and obviously, if you have the season pass, try it out.
Definitely. And now we move on to our next bit of news. Samurai. Okay, so no King of Fighters 15 character trailer,
which is a damn shame.
It is a real shame because we've been saying for the longest time that hey, every week new trailer. Yeah. But to make up for that, SNK brought us another game of theirs. Currently going on.
Play.
Yes.
Yeah, Samurai Shodown is getting its next DLC trailer for Hibiki.
Yes.
And it's interesting because like again I've probably stated with my history with Hibiki that like I've never played like I've never played the Last Blade games. She was most prominently featured in 2, but I did play Capcom vs SNK 2, and thankfully she was a character in that game.
Yeah.
And I think she's a perfect fit. Honestly, I was honestly surprised that like it took them this long to actually have Last Blade characters crossed over with Samurai Shodown characters. Because it's basically like they're both historical Japanese weapon-based fighting games. So it's like it was only a matter of time before
it gels so well. It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah.
And just I guess coming from an outside perspective, not knowing this character, I mean, she fits so well. I mean, she reminds me of a character already in the roster, like fast movements.
Ukyo?
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah, because she also fights like in a one sword style, like sword sheath and everything like that, like Ukyo does, but in a different way, obviously. Yeah. Like their play style is not the same.
Yeah.
Ukyo's more about damage, and Hibiki's like all about like speed and everything. Yeah.
So like she's probably proper with chip damage and getting those pokes.
Yeah.
Which I hate. But anyways.
She looks like an interesting character. I don't play Samurai Shodown, but it looks like a fighting game that would be like up my alley because I'm not good with combos.
Because the thing is that Samurai Shodown is less about like doing combos like you would like in a Marvel vs. Capcom game or Skullgirls for in any case, but Samurai Shodown is all about like that damage. It's all about just like getting those heavy hits,
precise hits and
getting like just those 1-2 buckle my shoe like hits and stuff, decreasing like your opponent's health by like 60% with like one heavy swing. Like that's that kind of game.
It's very old school fighting game.
Yeah, because you gotta take care of yourself most of the time.
Yeah.
You're not actually going ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it's literally just like boom, you just got that one heavy hit in, and then like bam.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a fighting game player. I'm just a melee player, so I don't know.
So yeah, but yeah, look forward to that. I'm still waiting for that Guilty Gear crossover.
I know. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
But with that, we move on to our next bit of game news. Tales of Arise, which I think was a game that we heard from before.
Yeah.
And I think, was it the PlayStation event that we heard it from?
Yeah, it was.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while, so
it was delayed too as well.
Yeah, it was delayed, obviously. But yeah, we finally got a trailer for it, and with a release date as well. It's set to release in September 9th in Japan.
Yes, but in September 10th for the rest of the world.
And I feel like it's exciting because it's been a while since we got a new Tales game.
Yeah, since
not Vesperia. It was since
There's the one with the
Berseria, I think, right?
Berseria,
Yeah.
Didn't how do you say it again?
Vesperia
came out recently.
Vesperia. Like Vesperia first came out like way back in like 2008.
But I mean,
as far as like remasters go, yes, Vesperia is like pretty recent.
Since that was their last thing.
I thought that was like 2015 or something.
No, Vesperia was 2008.
Yeah.
Vesperia was like
the remake or whatever.
Yeah.
Remake wise, yes, that was like around there. It was like around the time when Berseria came out for sure.
Because that's when I first started hearing about the Tales of series was around when the remake came out.
It's a very long series that I think none of us are very familiar with, but we're very excited for this one. The Tales of Rise. The trailer looked very interesting and dark.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Very dark tones and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. See what it brings.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer was entertaining. Hopefully, the gameplay is similar to Vesperia.
Yeah,
because I had fun with it. And that's it.
Yeah, that's all we gotta talk about. Like, there wasn't really much else to really go off of.
Because it was a story trailer.
Yeah,
it was not actual gameplay.
Yeah, so like we can't really comment on what the gameplay is gonna be like, but we're gonna be covering it for sure.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we move on to our next bit of news. Blizzard Entertainment, the vice president and Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan leaves. No,
Blizzard.
No more. A big wig.
Yeah, he's been with Blizzard for like 20 years.
20 years.
20 years. Yeah. So it's gotta be interesting because like Overwatch is still going strong. Overwatch 2 is coming out, and
I feel like Blizzard itself is revamping their what do you call it? Their main people and stuff like that.
Yeah, their key directors.
And stuff. So I feel like now it's gonna have a different take within the old Blizzard.
Yeah, and I don't know how to feel because like the Overwatch 2 is still in the process of coming out. Like it's kind of weird to like switch directors. Like
I think it was already going towards that because he didn't appear as much in those videos, like straight to videos things. Yeah, little by little I felt like he busted out Reggie.
I know, so but I'm just saying. I
think something happened.
That's it.
Because
he didn't like the.
Why when he's making a new game based off of like his IP, like why would he just leave? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, this is really sounding like a Sonic 06 situation with like Yuji Naka.
Yeah, because the thing is, he was. I think his last notes were like he was giving his goodbyes to the rest of the people, other than Activision.
Right.
Activision itself. So maybe there was some conflict between them two, and he's like,
most likely.
Nah,
maybe he was just like he did his time, man. 20 years, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
So like
maybe he's just like I need to go be with my family.
Yeah, You know.
Yeah, because there's other directors other than him. He was just the face of
Overwatch.
Daddy
Overwatch,
Jeff, man.
pretty much,
Come on.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was the
enter-
face of Overwatch. He
Yeah,
had all those videos.
Yeah,
where
it
he
was
just did, like, a
entertaining
meme.
in those videos. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's great. So hopefully the next director.
Aaron Keller Aaron Keller is going to be the next director to take over Jeff Sue's. So we'll see kind of where he leads the team and Overwatch's future in general.
Hopefully they change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Where to how old Overwatch had characters come out little by little. You know,
All right.
start popping
trickling
them
down.
much faster. You know, because that's what they
We'll
need.
see.
We will see. We still know the day for Overwatch 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. We're still in the dark regarding that. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see. And moving
And
on.
now we move on to our last bit of news.
Big brighter news.
Yeah, brighter news because I remember the last time we talked about it. I think it was like last week, right?
I think it was a month ago.
Like a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
We left this off as like our dark news.
But
Sony reverses their decision on canceling the PS3 and PS Vita store.
yes.
But PSP,
man.
no.
That
PSP
is surprising.
That is super surprising. And now,
But welcome
Yeah.
as well.
absolutely.
I know a lot of a lot of my friends were like, "Oh
I gotta buy everything now.
crap,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose all my chance to get all the games
Right.
and stuff like that."
So like I knew
They
a
were-
lot of friends too that was just like I just need to buy everything. Like
Yeah,
I
they
need to get it
had
right
like a
now.
full-on breakdown as to what to buy because like I feel like the main difference between this and like let's say like the Wii Shop closing was I feel like the catalog of games for the PS3 and Vita
It's huge.
was
It's
it was
huge. Well, it's really
Huge.
huge because
Uh-huh.
they have the PlayStation 1, they have
Yeah.
the PlayStation 2, they have
PlayStation 3,
Yeah.
Vita,
Vita.
There's a
PSP.
lot of history
Mhm.
being. Also, I want to say the Wii shop channel.
Mhm.
The difference between that mostly was like these games are quite easily accessible.
Oh,
like on not like emulator on re-releases
Online,
on the
yeah.
different consoles. Like all the Mario games are really accessible because they constantly get re-released.
Right.
Mhm.
But like you got some of these PS3, PS2, PS1 games that are like hundreds of dollars now.
Yeah, and
Like,
that won't
or
be
you're not
out
gonna
no more,
find them
yeah.
like on the market to play. So if going down inadvertently like loses quite a bit of history as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like would you rather buy $100 copy or a PlayStation 1 game
For
or
$15.
or $15 on the PS3?
Bucks, and you can get digitally and just play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that it's good that PlayStation redecided on this, but
Yeah.
I'm just capping again. So
All right.
we'll see.
I mean, the fact that they're still deciding on closing the PSP store is a little bit of a sign that like things just is a warning.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, and obviously they don't return every title that
No.
they know in their catalog
no.
to the PS4 or PS5 at this
Yeah,
point.
because I remember when the PS4 was coming out, and to a lesser extent when the PS5 was coming out, like they didn't have any plans to do the same thing.
Yeah.
With that, with PS4 and
So
5.
so the PS3 is like the legacy of
Yeah.
PlayStation. And yeah, I like that we got brighter news for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And with that wraps up
Yeah,
the news.
that wraps up our news as well as this week's episode. Be sure to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you guys want to see more stuff, and share if you think we're super cool.
Always.
And like always, my name is Robbie,
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And this is Josh.
and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.